Welcome back to another episode of Portland State Dynasty here on College Football 25. Today, we are going to look at some of our recruits. We are 5 weeks into the year, and we've got some pretty good prospects. Not many of these guys are looking to commit just yet, but we do have a good lead on pretty much everybody other than Fidupena, who is a gem. Something that we are going to have to look at here is how we use our points, because we've given a light spread to pretty much everybody, and we're in the lead on most people, right, other than Fidupena. And unfortunately, we cannot visit yet because he hasn't come to his top 5 schools yet. We are going to be in that top 5, and we will schedule a visit as soon as possible. Looking at everyone else, it's like, who really needs it? Probably Samuel. So we're going to put 40 on Samuel. We're going to schedule him for week 5 at Rice. We are going to do this, and because playing time is such a good one, actually playing style isn't bad either, but we get a huge bonus because of the A+ playing time. I don't know how much everyone knows about this game, but something that I've been learning is that once you've put somebody like points in, you can hold triangle and remove him. Obviously, we're going to keep the 50 on Samuel, but it's just something interesting. It's a nice feature that I thought was pretty cool. So see how we've put 40 on him, but instead we're actually just going to take this off like so and then throw send the house instead. We have maxed out the top guys that we're interested in. We're targeting 3-4 stars. We've got some good gems. Stick, especially playing a really important position, having that speed. Yeah, he doesn't have a ton of size, but still someone that I really like going forward. We don't really need to spend points on Dugadai, even though he does look like he has a good amount of abilities. The throw power just isn't where you need it to be, where Jasmine and Robinson, I keep saying Robinson, Dante Robeson have actually like competent throw power. It's like 6 less for a die. So that's why we're doing that. I like John Kesey too. He gets good speed. Speed is something that we're really going to prioritize here. Obviously, Samuel has good speed. I'm not worried about speed on the offensive line, but with corner and receiver and quarterback, we need guys that can make plays. As we look at this game against Texas, we are overall similar to them, but they've had a great start to the year. Our defense stacks up pretty well, but our offense is a little questionable. And of course, they are led by Chandler Morris, the former 3-star high school player. He has impact development trait, though. I don't know if you see that in the bottom. There's obviously different tiers of development. So you have normal, impact, star, and then elite as the 4 tiers of development. He is very mobile, obviously the 87 speed and the 92 excel, as well as a 92 change of direction. He is a very polished passer. Not someone that we want to take our eyes off of, definitely someone who can give us some problems. And then they also have the tandem running back, really a trio here of Juwan Price, Zach Evans, and Akaika Ragsdale. He's more of a power back. They don't have many fullbacks. When you look at their wide receivers, it's really just Landon Sides with the burners that we're going to have to look out for. They don't have a great tight end core. Really, their line isn't like anything crazy. Gabe Blair is their best player on the line. Everyone else is mid-70s. Their defense really could be a lot better, too. Roderick Brown, 84 overall, kind of the standout player, as well as Jordan Brown, number 19. So we'll be looking out for those types of players here. Taylor Starling, the freshman, is going to be amazing. Outstanding physicals. Looking at the safety group, they've got a lot of depth here. Ishim Young being their best player in that department, and then we'll ignore the special teams. Just a quick refresher, Carter Wells is our starting quarterback at a 73, and then we have Xander Stone, the 74, who is pretty much our best player, although Barry Slick and Jackson Porter Jr. do sub in time to time. We have 2 fullbacks. Matt Worth is our starter. We also have Brick Wells, who we do not ever find a way to get the ball to. Kobe Monroe. We also have redshirted this freshman. And Finn Harrington, the senior, is our favorite target. He's a really reliable guy. He usually checks in as our slot receiver, so that's nice to have him. Sean Dawes also has pretty electric speed, so when he subs in for 4 wide receivers or whatever, he's pretty lethal there. Julius Wayburn is our best player, the senior and 83 overall blocking tight end. He doesn't have crazy speed, but he is a dependable target underneath. The line is obviously problematic. Our line needs a lot of work, and that's why we're investing so heavily into certain prospects. We also have a decent defensive line, all things considered, especially Akili Robinson Jr. being our best player at an 85 overall. Definitely someone that is gone after this year as he's a senior. Maybe someone, honestly, who could sneakily get drafted if he has a really good season. Bubba O'Callaway is the backup there. We got Rio Bush, outside linebacker. We've got Dane Golden, who is probably the best player on our team. I like Dane Golden a lot. He's a really fun user over the middle, and he's only a junior, so he's still got a year to improve and could be our first drafted player if Akili Robinson Jr. is not. And then Torrey Taylor is our outside linebacker. Can't forget about him. Lionel Williams, the junior, is our lockdown corner. Everybody else, not too crazy physical speed, but Cam Dennis has already made quite a few plays in this series. We've also got Foster McCricks, Quan Bullock as safeties, and Micah Overmaze as another high overall player for our team. That was enough dilly-dallying. I just wanted to make sure that, because I know some people are going to check in and out of this series, that we have a little bit of moments like that where we kind of review what the roster looks like. Yeah, those All Blacks look sick for North Texas, and we're just going to wear our whites. That sounds great to me. This is an American Conference matchup, and we're about ready for kickoff. They will be getting the ball first. I do tend to like having the other team get the ball first. I don't know why, just personal preference, as we're going to try and make something happen here. We knock them down at the 14. Great play on the kickoff to start the game as we look at the North Texas offense. They're going to start out in a gun package. We're going to be here, probably usering over the top. Actually, I'm going to take Torrey Taylor, and oh, wow, we get to the quarterback right away. Jake Couch with the sack. I do like throwing in blitzes. I just don't really love blitzing in that kind of a package. If the opponent is in a gun, which they were, as we make a nice play. As I was saying, I don't really like blitzing when the opponent is in a package like that, especially when you're talking about a corner. I just don't think you get to the receiver in time. And they're going to take off. We already talked about his dynamic speed. He gets all the way to the 23, almost in time to make a play there. We are kind of giving up on blocking any punts just because of how many penalties happened in our first game. I've been running punt safe man ever since. And Barry Slick is going to be able to break this outside, get us all the way to the 47. Good field position to start the game as Julius Wayburn in the offense enter. We're going to dump it off to Doss underneath. He is quick, and as I mentioned in the preview of the game, he is someone that we look to get the ball to just because of his playmaking ability. 2nd and 3, we're going to hand it off to Xander Stone. He only gets 2, so we're going to have a 3rd and short to go with here. We've got an interesting route combination happening right now. I think we got the ball right there to Luke Stone. Lots of Stones on the team. I'm not sure if this is something that is just reaching me right now or if they updated the game, but it appears as we get a big run with Xander Stone that the accessories have updated on what the right color should be. It wasn't something that was a super big deal, but I feel like earlier on the blue especially was not a very nice blue as we get a huge run up to the 6 with Xander Stone. He's having a great start to the game. 1st and goal at the 6, and we're going to look to snap it here. Carter Wells is under pressure. I didn't really see anybody that I liked on that. I'm sure there was somebody open. I'm not incredible at the game or anything. We're going to run a slants play here, try and get it over the middle, and it's picked off. That was a rough pass. I thought we could squeeze it in there. I don't really like throwing over the middle most of the time, but unfortunately this is where we are now as we get a fumble in the end zone, and it's a safety. I don't think I've seen that. We're going to just let that go out of bounds and take it at the 40, I believe. Well, after the safety, we've got pretty good position here. We're just going to dump it off to Harrington, and he'll get the 1st down. I like plays like that where you spread the defense out. I find that it simplifies the reads, and usually somebody is wide open, getting ready to have some space there, as Xander Stone is just a monster right now. 4 rushes for 52 yards. Feed the beast. 1st and 10 here at the 41. We are going to look to get the ball to Monroe. Actually, that's Doss. My fault. 2nd and 10, we're going to go right back to Old Reliable. It's the zone run here to Xander Stone, who gets a nice gain of 8 on the play. See, I don't really feel like they've stacked it. We don't have Xander Stone out here, but Barry Slick should be able to get the couple yards that we need here, and he does, all the way to the 27, a new set of downs. All right, here we are. Wells, handoff, Stone takes it up the gut for 6, and it worked so well the last time. Let's just go right back to it. Stone up the gut. Gets a good gain all the way to the 18. It's now 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1 here. We are going to try and run it again. I am regretting that decision already, as we're now at 4th and 3. That does assume that we make it, but the accuracy is good, and the kick is up and good as well. 5-0 is an odd score as far as football games go, but I think we're doing just fine. Going to use our McCricks on a zone over the middle here. It's 1st and 10. They hand off to the back, who gets stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They are in a hurry here. Not sure exactly why, but we're going to let them do whatever they want to do. They're going to try and get that, but we intercept it. Scruggs making the play, and there's only one man to beat. He falls out of bounds at the 11. They're not really prepared for this run, so we're going to go outside here, bounce it back in for 3. Very slick on the play. This is kind of my bread and butter. I take R1, which is Doss currently, and put him on a drag over the middle, which they're going to pick right off. I gave it right back to him. Wow. This has been a really rough day for both teams offensively. I cannot say that I understand what's going on right now. They are going to hand it off, which we've been ready for. Blitzed everybody, but they still gained 3. They're back in the hurry up, which I will say is pretty odd. But we're just going to slide the line to the right here in case they do hand it off. And other than that, we should be good, which they do want to do. That's got to be blocking in the back on like 3 different people, but that's okay. It's now 1st and 10 at the 40. Overmaze is out of position, as is Williams now, which is great. We get a whole bunch of people in the backfield, knock them down for a loss of 1. Oh, big hit, but they still get the 1st down. That sucks. Now I'm going to flip it left. There's an RPO. They get it out to number 0. Not sure who that is, but I'm sure I covered him at some point. Shift left, shift right. Can't do simple lefts and rights as they get a 1st down. We've had a couple of turnovers that we should have been able to execute on, and we just haven't. And at the end of the day, that's what you need to do, is they keep running that RPO. They're loving the RPOs, and we knock them out of bounds, but not before they get the 1st. Overmaze needs to get into position. Okay, I don't know how we end up leaving that dude wide open, but Chandler Morris gets a nice play all the way to the 1-yard line. At the goal line here, trying to make a stand, we get outside, and we actually stop him. I thought we probably lost some there, but they are going to try and hand it off, and we are right back in there, and we stop him for a loss of 5. We're ready to make a stand, and we leave it wide open. And that's number 22. What did I say? We got to watch out for him. He's a damn good player. All right, well, 5-7 is the weirdest score of a football game that I've seen in a while, but we got Porter Jr. here on the kick return. We are going to try and bounce it outside, make it to the 21-yard line. And we get a nice block. Xander Stone gets a gain of 7. They're pressing us, and I want to see if we can't just get over the top on them. I think this is either going to be a really bad play, or Kobe Monroe breaks free. He's going all the way to the 9-yard line. We are now in the red zone, just like that. You can't press up on us. All right, we're going to run this play. We've run it 1,000 times. I've thrown an interception on it already, but I don't know what else to do as Carter Wells gets to the 5. That is going to be it for the first quarter. 5-7 your score, but we got all the way down the field pretty quick there at the end. I think we are going to be in for a treat this game. Interesting. Wells is hit on the throw, and he can't get rid of it in time. I'm going to try and zip it here, but that's why we don't do that. I don't still not seeing anybody, and we throw an interception. I was trying to work the field, and it looked like he was open, but we turn the ball over. It is a rough play. I know I shouldn't be doing too much like that, but at the same time, if we complete that, that's an amazing play. It was unfortunate, but we're going to look at... Oh, okay. I thought we had a pick six there. Nobody was in position to make the play. Is in a zone, so we should have a lot of ability to control things. It's now 3rd and 4. Really all you can do is just try to force 2nd and 3rd downs, especially thirds. Oh, wow, big sack there. I usually don't like the plays that do that, but at the end of the day, they're punting the ball right back to us. Our defense has seriously played out of their minds, considering we have 3 interceptions and we're only down 2. Yeah, big win there. As we get no blocking, we're forced to fair catch at the 30. Something I haven't really done at all this game, nice screen pass to Xander Stone. Blocks don't set up perfectly, but we're still able to essentially get a first down on the play. They're trying to press up. I don't like it because they can't stop Kobe Monroe. I mean, he gets all the way to the 14. It's just unstoppable. You really cannot press up against him, and he's been making you pay for it. We do have to run the ball, which doesn't really go well. All right, we're going to try this and see if that works at all. We've got a good amount of blockers. Can we get that to him? We can. I think that might be Brick Wells' first touchdown, or maybe even catch in the last couple of games here. Great play. We're rolling out. Throws right on the money. Wells to Wells, the connection is there. Brick Wells didn't have bricks for hands on that one. I'll tell you that. And we're now 12-7 in the lead. Kicking the ball off here, just seeing what's up. We're going to try and stop them when they get to the 19. Overmaze needs to be back. We're going to bring McCricks down here. They are going to try and toss it outside, which we can't get off any blocks, and we dive and knock him down. Here we are now. They're lined up in gun on 1st and 10. They are going to try and hand the ball off, and it's another RPO. They are in love with the read pass. What is it, run pass option? They've got a couple of plays, and they just dot it right to guess who, number 22. They do have 2 deep safeties, but they do not have anybody. Didn't love that. We are able to get a yard as we scrambled all the way out there, but again with the 2 deep safeties, they're still pressing up on us. We are going to try and get that ball out to Doss, and he holds on. Amazing play by him as it's now 3rd and 4. Nobody's on Wayburn, and he gets 4th and 1. They want us to punt the ball, but you know what? It is what it is. We're going to zip it out there. Harrington hangs on, and we get the first down. Very ballsy play, I am aware, but at the end of the day, you got to take some risks, and I felt like that one was worth taking. I don't want to punt the ball. I don't want to give them any momentum more than they already have. They've got the deep safeties to kind of cover any deep pass, but they're still pressing up on our guys, so we need to run the ball. We get nice 5 on that gain, but it's now 3rd and 2. Xander Stone is out here again. The blocks hold up enough. It's now 4th and inches. I just hate that I can't run it here. Please just take it and get down. Doss hangs on. Another 4th down conversion for us. We're having an interesting game. Might be one of the weirdest I've played, but you know what? Weird is getting the job done right now. Xander Stone is really having a hard time running in the 2nd quarter here. Not sure how well this is going to work here, as I believe that's Doss getting open again, and he gets all the way up inside the 30. Another nice drive, trying not to mess anything up, making any lazy plays. We are going to cut up, and Xander Stone gets a nice gain of 5. I do like running the football. I think running the football is the only way that we have been having success, so we're trying it again, but it does get stopped, unfortunately. This is going to be interesting for sure. We're going to try it, though. And, of course, he's not actually blitzing. It's a fake blitz. The linebacker reads it perfectly, and gets pushed out of bounds at the 50. North Texas is going to take over here. We're going to look to try and make a play. Don't want to leave the running back out there. I did. That was my assignment, but I didn't feel like that gain was as bad as the ones that were potential on the other downs. They're trying to run some different adjustments here as we knock them down before they can get the throw off. Blitzing is really the only way here, I'm not going to lie. Only way I see us having success, I'll tell you that, as he's going to just walk into the end zone because our safeties don't know how to rotate. Well, this got ugly pretty quick. You can't throw 4 interceptions in a half of football and expect to be winning, and I understand that. I do also think that if we can kill the clock here and just get a field goal, we actually would be able to take the lead with a touchdown drive. Finn Harrington is able to get open on that and get a foot down as we get a huge completion. Cool. They just took it away for no reason. That is pretty clearly in. I mean, are we being serious? He's on the line, that tiny little bit there. This is ridiculous, man. I mean, that's a great play. All right, well, 2nd and 10. We'll try that again. They didn't like it. We're going to try and, we're just going to get sacked because our running back can't escape and our blockers can't block. I mean, that's just, wow. Yeah, there's just nothing open. There's nothing open there at all. There's nothing we can do. And, of course, they're going to call a timeout. Well, I can't imagine us having good field position as now we can't get a single block, and Bullock doesn't know where he's going, so I got to take him over. We get a big hit as we approach the 2-minute warning here. They now have the ball with 2 minutes to go, looking to do a lot more damage to us, and they are going to get a nice play. He breaks a tackle and gets all the way to the 20. It's gotten bad, and it's gotten bad fast. We're trying to get a stop here just to stop the bleeding, really. We got a big blitz coming, but I don't know what Overmaze is doing. He's not even remotely close to covering him there. That's our best defensive back and just nowhere close to the receiver on that one. It's unfortunate, but yeah, we're cooked now. We need to get a touchdown in the next minute before the half to just even have a chance of staying in the game, which the way that things are looking is unlikely. All right, we're going to try that, the deep cross, and then a slant over the middle. It actually looks pretty good as the safety comes to break it up, of course. We're going to try running a stick combination here. Again, not sure what we can get out of it as Harrington only gets 3. All right, Harrington is uncovered. We're going to send him deep. We actually get a play to Monroe over the middle. We're going to hurry that up. I like the regular play, and we're going to basically run it exactly the same as we had it before. Nice play to Stone, get out of bounds, and now we can take a second and actually pick a play that we want. We are going to get the screen pass off to Xander Stone, who's going to cut up field to the 50. Screen pass worked. Throw it again, and we're going to get a decent amount of yards. Here's Stone out of bounds again, gets a gain of 15. All right, here we are again in that same formation, and we're going to get it to Xander Stone. He's going to walk right out of bounds after a gain of 6. Try and predict kind of where that goes as Brick Wells makes an amazing grab. Wow, Carter Wells to Brick Wells is an insane connection today. We're finally unlocking him. They're kind of leaving it open, and we're going to get in there. Nice play all around. They kind of left that. I was silent, not commentating, because I didn't want to throw another friggin' red zone pick. But scoring to make it 19-28 is at least something with 12 seconds left, answering the touchdown that they put on to kind of stop the bleeding. They are just handing the ball off, which works for me. We will take it to the half down 9. We've turned the ball over way too much. At the end of the day, you can't turn the ball over 4 times. Here we are, 1st down and 10. We're going to zip it over to Harrington for a nice gain of 3. You know the drill. Hand off Xander Stone, except this time it goes nowhere, which is not a good sign. His obviously health is our biggest priority. We're going to get it to Wayburn over the middle. That's 4th and 2. I don't care. I don't want to punt the ball, and I don't really feel it feels like more of a gimme than anything as we just pass out to Xander Stone. We're going to get a lot more than 2 there, get all the way to midfield. I just feel like 4th and 2s are more so gimmies if you just do what makes sense. Like, just kick it out, get the completion. It's 2 yards. I don't really love handing the ball off, but I feel like especially those quick plays out of the flat, you can get a lot of yards out of that by just being patient. As Barry Slick gets a new first down for us. Nice run there. As we've got Harrington wide open over the field, he gets inside the 5. Wow, great play as we're getting this offense humming now. And I'm glad that wasn't intercepted. That was a horrible throw. That's my fault. I'm sure X was wide open. And, yeah, I'll take full responsibility for that one. We're going to try and hand the ball off. We're going to cut it back and get a nice gain of 3 there. One of my favorite things to run here is this play-action power play. And we do have a player. He's wide open. That's Matt Worth, our fullback, gets in to the end zone. Extra point is up and good. It's now a 2-point game. Obviously, they haven't touched the ball yet, but nice answer as we were down 12-28 not too long ago. Our defense has been really playing well for the most part, so honestly, I'm pretty stoked for where we are right now. Wow, that was a weird glitchy play by the linebacker, but we stop it to a run of 3. All right, they're in an empty formation here. Quarterback is looking to throw. Akili Robinson Jr., though, makes the play. Huge sack. It's now 3rd and 19. Got to put McCricks back there, and now we're going to use her Willingham. Who is, and that's a safety. That's a tie game. Let's go. I don't think I could have had anything better happen here, and they're going to kick the ball right out of bounds. We're taking over at the 40, folks. College football is something else because, seriously, we were down 12-28 not too long ago and really, having a rough go at it. We're now able to dump this off here to Wayburn, who fumbles, and we pick it up. Okay, that could have been really bad, but that gets us actually an extra yard, which gives us a first down, so I'm okay with it. If he could, that wasn't at all what I wanted. He had plenty of space there, but he just decides instead of stopping to catch it that he needs to go crazy. But Zanderstone is able to make up for it. Nice run there of 6. I'm going to try and move the line. I can't do it. Interesting. Nice play by Doss underneath. Gets us the first down. Yeah, we can't get that off. Brickwell's almost had, honestly, a house call there. That's what I get for throwing it on first down. You got to run the ball. We got to try at least as we get cooked there. 3rd and 12, honestly, just going to try and play the field position game here. Going to dump it off. Actually, oh my God, we can't block for anything, and Zanderstone is injured. Not sure if we're going to be able to get this, but I suppose it's worth trying. I don't know if I got enough of it. I did it. Wow, 57-yard field goal. Holy smokes. That was an insane play, but we're able to take the lead. Our special teams has been seriously one of the highlights of this game so far. Just making sure they start the game backed up, and wow, they're going to get loose. That's the guy. All right, and here we are. They're at the 34 now. RPO. Blocks set up pretty well for it. 88's able to gain 8 because that way I feel like we actually have a chance to do something, even though we're going to give up a huge gain there. It's going to be interesting to see what they run here. I've not seen this formation. Yeah, it's a nice play over the middle. It's all about forcing third downs. Giving up plays like this is really important. We're actually going to be able to make a play there. That's a pick. Williams is able to get crazy sticky on the return and take it to the 38. Huge pick there. I don't know why I'm not more hyped about it, honestly. Lionel Williams, I'm just locked in, I guess. Threw up a 50-50 ball, and it doesn't go well for him. Very slick in the game. Instead of Zanderstone gets 2. Yeah, this is going to be an interesting play. Wayburn doesn't have the burners underneath. He is a safety net. We are going to get it to him. It's now 3rd and 6. This is a huge play here. Honestly, could be one of the bigger plays of the game. Screen pass to Barry Slick gets out and loose into the other side of the field. It's now a new set of downs. I don't know if this is going to work, and I don't know why I trust our blockers. I shouldn't have at all. We can't hold anyone back. It's now 2nd and 11. This is an interesting play here. I'm not sure, again, if it's going to work or not, but we're going to try. Underneath, Doss has it. He's got so much speed that we're just going to keep going and cut up field, get a first down. No Xanderstone in the game. Again, still Barry Slick handling, and he loses one again. I guess I could mess with this. We're going to get that out to Porter, who gets upfield. Nice little juke, new first down. Nice play underneath. Harrington able to get the first down. Cannot overstate how important this is, honestly. We find Doss wide open, and he just walks in. They decided they didn't want to cover him, so I'll ship it right over there. No pun intended for the Sailors. Defense we've played all season. And we're able to stop them there for a gain of 5. But this is going to be the end of the quarter here. As long as we don't give up any big plays over the top, we should be fine. We're going to get in the backfield. It's now 3rd and 9. If they hike this, we might be able to force a punt before the end of the quarter. We are able to break that up. It's now 4th and 9 heading into the 4th quarter. We are up 10, and we will be receiving the ball. Looking at the quarterbacks, it's actually a lot closer than it would have looked like at first. Obviously, way too many interceptions for both quarterbacks, but especially our guy with 4. It's crazy to think that he's on the team that's up 10. Barry Slick here to return. We're going to just get outside and try and make a play. We are going to receive the ball near midfield, though, so can't complain about that. We're going to hand the ball off to Slick. Just try and gain yards. We get 5 there. I mean, that's perfect. You don't really need anything more than that. Just trying to make the short gains, take time off the clock. That's really all you need when you're up 2 scores. Losing 1 on 2nd down is suboptimal for sure. And I believe because we have a guy like Shane Doss who is just uncoverable. He's too quick, and he's not going to drop anything when he's wide open. So you got to step up on that, and they just haven't been. We're going to get a nice screen here to Slick, cut outside, and he gets another first down. We just got to keep making the reads easy. That's really all we can do. Porter is now going to get a turn to run the ball, and he gets 5. We're in field goal range. Our focus is really just with the clock. We're trying to burn as much as we can. Barry Slick able to get another first down, and we're in the red zone. Just trying to keep on moving. We're going to cut that back. Barry Slick is actually able to gain some yards on the cutback, a gain of 8 on the play. Fantastic by him. Again, nobody covering Doss. I don't know how it's going to work. We have a lot of blockers here, honestly. Could have just shot it to Harrington. I didn't love the way that everything was looking. Always scared of throwing a pick. I would obviously much rather not throw an interception. They still have that safety. We're just going to have to throw this away. Technically, we could get a first down here and not even need a fresh set of downs. And we're going to do just that, as I could have walked into the end zone with Harrington, but for whatever reason, the possession catch prevented him from doing so. But hey, we're going to take more time off the clock, and Slick is still going to get into the end zone. So sorry, Harrington, that you didn't get your tutty, but Slick has been a workhorse all game, and that'll give us a 17-point lead. Absolutely did not see this game turning out like this. Down 12-28 at one point, and now we're looking at a 45-28. What a play. That's just an insane play. I wasn't commentating because I was trying to do math, but seriously, this defense has been incredible today. Just diving in passing lanes, everything you can ask for, honestly, even laying a big hit there. I believe that's 33 unanswered, by the way, to think about. 45 minus 12, it's 33 points that we've scored where they have had no response at all. Obviously, we had the safety. We had so many touchdown drives. And honestly, this could be an even bigger blowout if we didn't throw so many picks in the first half. Oh, and he just drops it. Wow. Drops the wide open pass. It doesn't really matter, but we're now on Overmaze, who is absolutely torched. He wasn't in the right position anyway before I took him over to try and make it. But this is a pretty big possession here. If they score, it's still a close enough ball game. I'm not sure why they're letting the clock run like this, but if they want to take time off the clock, I'm not going to be one to stop them, I'll tell you that. Do they just not like the play that they're in here? I really don't understand. Wow, they're just going to take a delay a game. That's really odd. I've not seen that glitch before, but you know what? We're not going to complain about it at all. All right, and here we are, 1st and 15 after that weird penalty. Nice screenplay. I can't get to him with Overmaze until he gains 9 or 11. I think it's 11. Not sure you want to say those two numbers next to each other very often. Now, 2nd and 4, we are going to run a heavy blitz here, and he trucks, I believe that was Akili Robinson Jr. Everything about this was bad, and they're going to get in there. Number 22, as I've said, was the guy to pay attention to, and he's the one keeping them in this game. 10 points, 7.5 minutes. Let me tell you, I've blown leads like this before. So we're going to keep the pedal to the metal here. Just going to run this little concept. Not sure how well it's going to work for us. Wow, okay. That's not what you want at all. They're in a pretty good defense here to guard anything. So we are just going to kind of cut it outside and spin off. Barry Slick, what a spin move. Gets all the way to midfield. What a play. Yeah, Barry Slick has been doing seriously well in the absence of Xander Stone. I haven't even noticed, honestly. Now we're going to get Porter Jr. a handoff here as he's able to break it up to the 35. Great run there. We're just running the ball, asserting ourselves. Another good blocking set. Not a great blocking, but it was what we needed there. You get a gain of 2. All you're really looking to do is just not lose yards, in my opinion. We're going to run this interesting combination here. Again, not sure how well it's going to work as we cut in between those guys. Barry Slick is as you would exactly expect him to be. Slicker than a bowl of oatmeal. We're going to cut that up, actually cut it all the way. Slick gets into the goal line at the 2. We're going to run our favorite, the little play action power 0 here. And we didn't block him at all. All right, that's a big sack. Not great. Don't love it, but we'll make do. Honestly, taking it down to 3 minutes left on the clock is everything that we needed to do on this drive. We're actually just going to scramble with Wells. If we got that block from Brick Wells, we would have had it. But giving them the ball back with a 2-score lead, I'm not really sure. These kicks are always hard to aim. See, I aimed that all the way to the right, I feel like, and it just went straight. So, I don't know. Sometimes that stuff is funky. We missed the kick. It's an awkward place to set up. I really thought we were going to get the end zone there, and we're now going to be able to pick up a fumble and walk that in. Wow. Well, there you go. That's game. Take a bow. That's right. Jefferson McGuire on the forced fumble really just ends things for us. Nice swift pickup on that fumble. Definitely didn't bounce around for 30 years. Obviously, it's not totally over, but I don't foresee them getting 17 points in 2 minutes of game time. We're just going to let this one bleed out. Oh, wow. 22, man. I'm telling you, that's the guy. He's too quick over the middle of the field. He's just too shifty. We cannot stay with him. Not too worried about it. We're just trying to keep him in bounds and do what we can. They're, of course, going to run a hurry up. They need to score 3 times. The time is not on their side here. I admire the effort that they're doing as we are able to break that up with Dane Golden over the middle. Didn't love what we were seeing there. We've got 2 deep safeties. We break that up. They try to catch it off the deflection, but we're able to stop them. It's now 3rd and 10, 1:30. This is really do or die here for North Texas, and it looks like they're going to die. 4th and 19 just feels like a little insurmountable, and I should stop talking because they just got it. All right, well, there you go. We gave up a 20-yard bomb on 4th and 19, just barely messed that one up, but we're going to run a screen here. Golden is able to stop it and keep it a gain of 2. We're now almost under a minute here, and at the end of the day, throwing a jump ball up, Willingham able to make the play, and he's going to go out of the end zone for some reason, even though I was trying to get him to stop. Whatever, even if they get a safety, it really doesn't matter at this point. Slick is able to get it. Oh, okay, we'll just fumble the ball. We got on it. It doesn't matter. Manually burning this clock because the game doesn't seem to want to, and we're going to get to 3rd and inches. We are obviously looking at a wide open receiver. Kobe Monroe gets open deep, and he's all the way to the other 8-yard line. All right, 1 second left on the clock, and that's it. 52-35. We beat North Texas, who was undefeated before this. The 19-point third quarter really turned things around in what looked like a pretty rough game. All things considered, Carter Wells did really well. He launched the hell out of the ball a bunch of times, 539 passing yards and 4 touchdowns. Obviously, the 4 picks, something we need to work on, but that's not a Carter Wells problem, right? That's a me problem. I need to stop throwing, some sketchy passes. But all in all, to get our second conference win against undefeated North Texas, we will absolutely take that. Again, 3 interceptions. Doesn't really tell the whole story for them. Carter Wells threw the ball 54 times. Xander Stone obviously got hurt, but 20 carries, 101 yards. Barry Slick did just as well as he did. So that's nice to know that Barry Slick is someone that we can lean on as much as we lean on Xander. Sean Doss was Mr. Reliable underneath, as well as Xander Stone. Kobe Monroe was a huge, huge deep threat. Brick Wells made a couple of nice plays, including that 1 touchdown grab. Just the ability to get him involved in the offense is great. Really happy to see that. But yeah, Kobe Monroe, the junior, will be here next year. So glad that we were able to get him a good amount of yards. As far as blocking, we did allow a couple of sacks, but seriously not as bad as it could have been by any means. And we were able to sack them a ton more times. That's 5, 6, and 7 sacks on the day, and we were able, obviously, to get 3 interceptions, 1 by Willingham, 1 by Lionel Williams, and 1 by Nash Scruggs. We actually contained their run pretty well, but at the end of the day, they could have run the ball a lot more if they had wanted to. They obviously got a lot of their yards in the air. Blair Conwright was very, very good for them, number 0. Obviously, he had a good day, but Landon Sides, we minimized him as best as we could. He did have 3 touchdowns, which sucks, but to hold him to 72 yards, honestly, I feel pretty good about that. And you're always going to feel good to a degree after a big win like that. Approaching level 6 here as we're going to see if we get any commits simming to the next week, and we don't. We get locked out on a 3-star we weren't pursuing and a 1-star that we weren't even close to pursuing. And in the next episode, we are going to take on Rice. Really looking forward to that. Another team that we match up pretty well with in the American Conference. That's why I put us here. I felt like the American is a good conference to start out in. We're making a name for ourselves in the American Conference here. Obviously, UAB torched us, but we took the place of North Texas, and now we're looking for Rice as someone that we can make a statement against as well. But that is going to do it for this episode. If you did enjoy, I'm never going to ask for a like or a subscribe, but if you do want to leave a comment, one of my favorite things to do is just talk to people after a video goes out. It's always nice to kind of see what you guys have to say, the things that you guys are thinking. For example, after our first episode, someone mentioned that the fullback formation was called the flex bone. Obviously, Army uses it as well. We beat them. I don't think I used the term correctly in that. I just call it the fullback formation. But, someone was able to kind of enlighten me, someone who's not super familiar with the game of college football. I'm more of a professional football fan, like the NFL is my thing. Also way bigger on basketball than anything else. I'm kind of just rambling here. It's not really relevant, but I just wanted to say that I really appreciate the people who leave nice comments or just comments in general. Like I said, if you enjoyed it, I really appreciate all the love that I get on this channel. Anyways, I'm going to stop wasting your time. You guys take care.